Hello Leo, this is a timeless reading for you and I'm using my own tarot cards. We are starting your reading with the card Fire, then comes Love, Imagination, Elephant, Manipulation and Curse Black Magic. And this is a topic that has occurred in your readings a lot. I don't know why, but Leo usually has the most romantic readings. Many of my readings are not so romantic, but Leo often has these love readings, and this topic is coming up here again. I mean, for a few, it could also be related to non-romantic love, like friendships, relationships to family members, I don't know, any kind of social relationships. But for many, I feel like it is something about your romantic life, and with the fire and love and imagination, all three of them together. You know, in the first moment when I pulled fire and love, I thought, this is a nice combination. This is a very fierce, fiery love. This is very intense. But then, you know, we always have to be a little bit careful if something is maybe a little bit too intense, too fiery. Then we have the imagination card here. And okay, if we look at it in a good way, we would think like you, whether you're a boy, girl, man, woman, this person here in the picture is looking forward to something, like really excited. I don't know what the English word is for Vorfreude. It's just, yeah, extremely, like being extremely happy in advance because you know something is coming. This fiery love is coming soon. And this is a very good thing. But somehow, for a few of you, I also got a little bit of a negative taste in it, like a negative connotation when I saw these three cards together. Like, be careful you are not projecting this, because we have imagination here, onto the wrong person and get sucked into something very passionately with full speed and then end up, you know, in a disaster if it's the wrong person. If it's happening with the right person, it's beautiful. So you have to discern for yourself what that is. And I got both of these vibes from the reading. And then I took a look into the second row, and then I was like, okay, careful. We have manipulation and curse here. So for some, this is a positive reading. For others, be careful. There's a third thing that I'm getting here. Also, together with these three cards in the second row here. This is about some past issues that you had in your romantic life, that maybe you were very used to picking a certain type of personality, and you know that you had a certain type. And I don't mean type in a way that someone looks like. You prefer dark hair or bright hair, or tall, small, thin, thick, whatever, you know, preferences people can have. No, it is not about that. Like, anytime you met someone, this person, they all had different professions, and they seemingly on the surface had super different personality types, interests, hobbies. They all look differently. Like, maybe you couldn't even figure out what is your type, because, you know, one had bright hair, the other black hair, one was thick, one was thin, one was, I don't know, a teacher, another one a farmer, I don't know. Just, you know, that on the surface they all looked so different to you, but when you got entangled with them, they all showed the same kind of devilish face and had the same kind of maybe even abuse tactics. And I feel like this is something that you are freeing yourself from, and that you are working on seeing through these things. And you might also be afraid, if you get to know someone, that this, you know, could be a little bit too fast, too fiery, too intense. But don't worry, it's not like this for everyone. Like for some of you, it is really innocent, just, looking forwards to this fiery love, because for a few of you, there is already someone very promising inside. With elephant and big, in a positive way, this elephant and big card, it's just, enhancing this intensity of this romantic thing here, of this love, of this passion. Yet the elephant card is being followed by manipulation and curse. So, it is not like it's a black and white thing somehow here. I feel like this is something that you are realizing. For some of you, it could even be that you have been in a relationship with this very fiery, intense, passionate love, or seemingly love at first sight, but then it turned out into something very toxic. And you are freeing yourself from that now. This is for a few, and for others, it's just really you are getting to know this great love. And while you are getting to know this great love, you might fear that something from the past might come up. Not with this new person, but from the old person, that something, maybe you even got traumatized by an old relationship, and now you're a little bit worried because this new love thing here is so passionate. I'm repeating myself with this passionate all the time, because at the bottom of the deck I look at this lust card all the time as well. And it's actually, it can also be a very nice combination if we have love and lust both together. If we have lust surrounded by some other nasty cards or sad cards without any love or compassion around, then I think it's not a good thing, but there is love here. And I don't feel any negative energies on your side. It's just some worries that you might have, or that you want to slow yourself a little bit down or control yourself a little bit, like, ooh, I shouldn't rush into this too quickly. In the worst case, it is someone like I had in the past, like one of these manipulative people that, suddenly become a curse. They first look like love at first sight, but then, very quickly it turns out it's some kind of curse, actually. But you are learning here, and I feel like even though there are worries, like you are not being sucked into this horrible pain anymore. It's just, you want to get sucked into this super big passion here. Fire, love, elephant, lust. Very intense. But something is holding you back, and that's probably, healthy. Maybe when you were younger, or maybe just in the past, you made this experience that you couldn't control yourself. And then, you ended up with the wrong person, and you don't want to make the same mistake again. We have burden here below the lust card, and, then it takes another turn, the reading. I have a feeling like some of you, whether you're a man or a woman, you might have been disappointed with your own passion or lust. Maybe in the past you have confused love and lust. For others, I feel like there is someone here, this imagination card, it looks very innocent. She's like this innocent young woman, like fantasizing about something romantic, It's not even that she's fantasizing about something extremely sexual. It's, an innocent kiss. And I have a feeling with this lust and burden card, like someone is guilty about fantasizing about this person. There's something here as well. We have honesty. I don't want to get into it too deep here. This is some kind of healing. I don't know. I have a healing card in my deck, but anytime I pull honesty, I also feel like this represents some kind of healing. It also represents, this kind of admitting something to yourself, because it looks like he's frozen on the spot because he surrendered himself to some higher power, and he opens his heart, or he doesn't even open his heart, he's just presenting his heart, even if his heart is broken. Sometimes when our heart and mind here is broken, we want to close off, and we don't want to look into it, and we don't want others to look into it. But this person in the picture is surrendering to some higher power and just being vulnerable, letting this higher power connect to their heart and mind, give them some healing and revelations. Okay, I said I don't want to go into it any deeper, but I'm just gonna look at the next few cards. We have no olds. Oh, this is also a topic that has come up for Leo a lot, this rejection thing, like something was closed, and I feel like this is getting old. Could also be, I have this cliche in my head that it happens more to women, but probably maybe this also happens a lot to men. I don't know. That, another example, women often get blended by these macho men, and then they quickly, have intercourse with them, and they think like, oh, this is my next great new love, but the guy was only pretentious, and then the women are really hurt. They what I said earlier, they confused lust with love, and they get tricked, and then the guy suddenly rejects them after they hooked up. It's a cliche, I know, but maybe this happens to men too. I'm not sure. So, and for men, this could just be a different story, like another kind of rejection by women or other men. If you're a man and you like men, if you're a woman and you like women, of course, in all my readings, you can, reverse the roles and genders the way it applies to your situation. But this story of rejection is getting old, and I feel like really you're overcoming something here, and there's a very good news coming in. We have compassion, which is a very profound spiritual kind of love, especially here with the love card together. That's very nice, and even nicer, we have justice card here. So there's just a balancing out. It could even be that you're receiving some good news regarding some old romantic situation where someone really played you. Maybe something nasty happens to them, so you can, maybe they get their payback in a way somehow. Maybe something awkward happens to them. I have that feeling here too. Some kind of small satisfaction, and more important here, there's an inner healing. There's an inner sense of justice and balancing out, like you're pushing these bad energies that other people have put into your body. Especially, I think that people are not aware of it, but energetically, spiritually, our sexuality, the people with whom we have intercourse, it has such a tremendous effect on our energy system, and people are not aware of it. And so many thought patterns and emotions, we can even start to have physical problems after being entangled with a specific person. And sometimes people with a very dark energy, they pick out people with a very bright, innocent, and sometimes unfortunately also very naive mindset and energy, so they can rip out some of that innocence. And then it's like an energetic transfer or exchange, and the person gets away with your light, and they leave you with your darkness, and it can manifest as physical stuff as well. And I don't mean infectious diseases like, transmitted diseases. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm more thinking of, you suddenly get a lot of headaches after you met this person. And you're not even aware that it has something to do with them. You thought it was just, a one-night stand or a 10-night stand, whatever people do. But, suddenly you start to develop, you didn't even properly know this person, but their energy is now in you. And your life becomes weird somehow, and you don't even understand that it has anything to do with this person. Spirituality is actually very, very profound and deep, and not this superficial garbage that's going on everywhere, this trendy stuff. And I feel like this Justice card is just representing that you will learn about what intensely, unbelievably deep effect these kind of physical relationships have onto you. And I feel like you will start to energetically balance this out, even though this can be a quite long process. We have a 3 here, could even take 3 years to cleanse all this out, and to have also, this inner knowing, this inner calm, to maybe, develop this kind of wisdom and discernment. But, these 3 cards here look very nice, and it's very promising that all this burdening stuff here with manipulation, black magic, that this is really just in the past. And this is your future. And you know it, and that's why you're happily fantasizing about it. Oh my God, Leo, you always get the romantic readings. I really don't prefer romantic readings. I don't know, there are so many of them everywhere, and I think, we don't need any more. But I can't force it. It's just coming up, and I don't know why it's always coming up in your reading for your sign. We have adulthood and growth, reality. Oh, interesting. I feel like you're looking back at the past as well here, realizing how much you have grown, how mature you have become, and that you became a little bit more responsible. Maybe you were already mature and responsible as a very young person before, and you were very loyal maybe towards your partners, but you were loyal towards the wrong partners. And that's also a little bit of immaturity, or it's not immature, it's naive, maybe. I put it that way. But you are facing this reality, and oh my God, it's so rainy outside, it's really nice. Sorry for the interruption. It's like pissing, literally. And I really like that, because the earth is so dry, I think in so many parts of the world. Oh my God, it's not just rain. I don't know the English word for these white, thick corns. I don't mean snow. So yeah, it's especially in spring, we want all the plants to grow for summer. Holy! I want to show you actually. Sorry for the interruption. It is really fierce, but blurry. Nice. So, I was looking forward to the rain so much. Sorry. So you have matured. You have understood. Then you are facing that reality. We have winter and stay and totality. Oh my God, I'm digging in so deep right now. But it's so nice. This reading is becoming so beautiful. Yeah, with this winter card, I don't want to see it literally representing the month, the season of winter. Oh my god, the month. But just, it looks quite happy to me, this winter card. I feel like it's showing some kind of being robust, not being affected by external harshness of life, feeling inwardly so warm that the cold on the outside cannot affect you, that you might even thrive in it, like this snowman here. And this is just a confirmation. I was talking about this inner fire here, and the love and compassion. There is a huge development on your inside, and we have stay and totality, and I feel like this is you really wanting to have some kind of marriage with someone, like, or just reflecting about what a partner, how a person should be to be proper spouse, someone you can trust, someone who is loyal like you. And you know, I said it already, you might have chosen the wrong people in the past, and now you're reflecting on these qualities that a person should have, so that you will be a perfect fit to, you know, be in this energy, staying together in totality, maybe, you know, for the rest of your life in the best case. That's very nice for you, Leo. So I hope that you will find that. And now I'm gonna pull some letters and numbers for you. Maybe you can find something that has any meaning, some numbers or initials or words. We have a 9 or 6, actually 2 9 or 6s, depending on which way we turn it. We have a 3. We have a G, L, X, I, S, C, R, E. I pulled too many. B. We have a 5, another 3. Sorry, it's a bit dark in here. L, T, and 8. So we have 3 3 5 8 9 9 or 3 3 5 6 6 8. Let's see. List. List is actually also a German word for, what is the English word? Sleuth? When someone is very sly and they are being cunning, not necessarily in a negative, manipulative way, but you know, sometimes we just have to be cunning. So that's a German word. TLC, you remember this band? I think I recently saw something of the 2 remaining members. Maybe you want to listen to one of their songs. Oh, it's so hard. Tell. Maybe you want to tell something to someone, or stop telling things to people, because sometimes they use it against us. Oh, we have bell. We have another German word, but I don't know the English word for this one. It's some kind of tool which can chop things down. Another German word. Oh my god, I'm also only seeing the German words here. Rope. This means rope in German. bag. Lie. Oh, we had manipulation and curse here. Oh, big. Did I already have this one? No, I don't think so. Big. We almost have rebel, but not really. I can't figure anything else out. I also don't see a name here. Oh, I see one name, Rex. Rex is also the Latin word for king. Oh, Jill. I think this name actually, or sometimes it is spelled with 2L. In German, sometimes it's spelled with 1L. Grill. X. Oh, BS. Maybe you have to grill your ex's BS. I don't know. Oh my god. Leo, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching.